All right, I believe we're live. I'm just going to quickly double check here. Are we live? All right. Welcome to the January 2023, the first one of the year. So happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah.
This is our next update roundup. And let's just get rolling right into this. So I'm going to pull up the slides here. So what we do here every month, the first Thursday, sometimes things can shift with life. But what we go through is what we've been working on, what's coming up ahead. And this is, our way sort of to kind of have a line of communication with all our users. So feel free in the chat if you want to leave a question or whatever it may be, engage with us. We're there to look at that as well. So we're going to kick it off here with our slides. As usual, thank you. Always a big thank you to everybody who follows, who isn't part of our community, who makes suggestions, give us feedback, even our listeners on the podcast and follow us on YouTube. That is always very much appreciated. All right, let's jump into the meaty side of things, our latest updates. So, we've actually launched our phone. We haven't made a big announcement about this. But Kevin, do you want to talk a little bit about our phone and what we can do right now?
Yeah, so we have voice and text integration now right within your Pebble inbox. So I can demo a little bit about how this works.
Sure. Let me bring
if
up
you'd
your
like to
screen.
share my screen,
Yeah.
Jesse. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So here we have an inbox, in this case the seller inbox, but this also works for your your disposition or buyer's inbox as well. So we previously launched our inbox with only the email integration. So you're familiar with this. You can compose an email here, but we now have both texting and calling as well. So the first thing to get started with that is to add a phone number. So the way you can do that is go to the inbox settings, and you'll see your two inboxes if you have the multiple inboxes, and we have phone numbers here. So if you just click add a phone number, this will let you search for a phone number in a specific area code. You can even like type your name here. So I could type like rock, give me all the names, all of the phone numbers that spell out rock in the digits. So that can be kind of nice to just play around with phone numbers and find the one that you're looking for. And this is great for those of you who are working in multiple different areas. It's nice to have that localized phone number, so you can actually search for an area code specific to the location that you're working in, and you can have multiple of them, and they'll all funnel into the same inbox, so you can really hone in that localized feeling of people calling and texting you. So once you've added a phone number to your account, now every account includes one free number. Right now, additional numbers are $5 per month. And then we'll talk about this going forward, but the different plans that we have will have different numbers of included phone numbers.
So. Yep. Awesome. And hi to all of you guys, Sean, Gene, Steve. Great to see you guys are joining us from Facebook and YouTube. We've got a higher than regular watchership. Is that even a word? Watchership today. Okay, cool. Let's keep going on here. Voicemail recording.
Yes. So this was we're actually going to be releasing this on Monday. So right now there's bear with us while we get the final touches on there. But when you add your phone number, you can then go in and upload a voicemail greeting. So if you're not available to take the call, it will go to voicemail, and then that voicemail recording will show up right there in your inbox. So that's going to be shipping on Monday, but stay tuned for that.
One thing I really want to make clear here as we're continuing to roll out these features, these are huge features that Kevin and the team are putting a lot of time into. And so what this means is that, although we have phone, a lot of these smaller things are going to continue to roll out over time. This is, I tell people, this is almost building a software within a software now. I mean, we have giant pieces of software like OpenPhone, and this is all they do. So if you are deciding to move your system or move your phone and port it into Pebble, do take that into consideration, right? Listen, we're still getting the voicemail greeting. Well, that's not even out yet. So do set that expectation as well. And if you want to take your time to bring it into Pebble, take that time. And it's sort of just set. I just want to set that expectation with everybody here in terms of our phone system. So we're working out through a lot of kinks, a lot of different things inside of Pebble. So it is our goal to get it all built out eventually here. All right.
Yeah, just to be clear, just to follow up on, we are treating our inbox system, our entire inbox system, as a beta right now. So it's fully functioning. People are getting lots of value out of it. We encourage you to use it, but just know that we just launched this like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
And
so
that's why we haven't even marketed this. It's nowhere to be seen anywhere on our marketing right now. So
yes. So just give us some grace as we work through the issues as we go. But we know that this is going to be a huge part of Pebble going forward, and we're really excited to see all of the opportunities that this opens up for our customers, and really to make Pebble that one-stop shop where all of your communication, all of your property information, all of your mailing is in one platform. So that's our goal. We'll get there. It's just going to temper expectations on having every feature out of the box right now.
Yeah, and that's what's so great about the LAN community. I think everybody is, I don't know, it's an awesome community. That you guys already know this, so I won't go there. Anyways, I'm going to keep going here, guys. I put in here conversation logs. So your conversations are going to get, we're going to start tracking them per per deal. That's right. So you're going to be able to see that in your deals, who when you've contacted them, what message came, when that call happened. Those conversation logs are important for your deal to pull back and have that all documented. So that is going to be part of your deal interface on the deal itself. When you go to a board, your seller board, buyer board, when you pull open a deal card, you're going to be able to find your conversation log. Again, that's also something we're continuing to iterate and work on. All right. And Kevin, you want to talk about attachments? Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, so this is we shipped this, I think, right before the holidays, but just wanted to mention this here. You can now compose emails and upload attachments, multiple attachments, and also view attachments that are sent back to you. So just wanted to plug that is now available.
Awesome. All right. So this kind of came out in the wrong order here. So I'm just going to load this all. We're not going to have any surprises here. And, I don't even know why my buttons aren't even working. Okay, it looks like we're missing the first point. So a little bit of a blip there. So what's coming up ahead here? Call recording. I think this is...
Yep. So this is when you're on a phone conversation. So you've made a phone call within Pebble, you're talking to somebody, you can click a record button and record that conversation. Now, there are some legal issues to navigate with this because certain states have certain laws that you have to get consent by a user, by a customer before you can record a call. So we just have to make sure that we get all of that legal situation sorted before we can ship this feature, but it will be coming in the coming weeks here. Well, you'll be able to record conversations that you're on.
Yeah. I actually want to jump to the third one here, and no, there isn't a missing point. I didn't delete that. So the multiple deals board. I want to talk about that first.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
Kevin, you want to give some context to this so they understand what the multiple deal boards is all about?
Yeah, so we spoke a little bit about this on the last update
Yep.
roundup, but the the thing that we hear from customers is that they want further tracking beyond just a seller and a buyer, specifically on the acquisition side. And once you've acquired a property, you want to typically want to get that property into some sort of inventory management. So with inventory, there's always going to be those steps of things that you have to do, right? You've got to get photos of the property. You've got to write your ad copy. You've got to, reach out to realtors if you're working with realtors, make sure that they've got all the information they need. Posting it to all the websites, whether you're doing Facebook or land.com or Zillow, Redfin, all those tasks need to be managed. And you go through a similar flow, just like you do with your acquisitions, where you need to track the status of all of the properties that you're marketing and have an overview of all that. So as we were thinking through, we've for a long time we've talked about how can we handle inventory, how can we have a high level overview of inventory, and we sort of realized, well, inventory is really just another board. It's another uh, process in your thing. You want to have stages for those things. You want to run automations potentially. You want to assign people to different inventory items that they're responsible for. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to allow you to create additional boards. And starting off, we're going to have an inventory board. So you'll have your seller board, your buyer board, and then in between those, you'll have an inventory board. So you can take deals from an acquisition, move it into an inventory, run that through your inventory process. Once it's purchased or once the leads start coming in, you can run those deals through your buyer deal board.
Yep.
And then this also opens us up to have custom boards for everything. So if you have multiple acquisition managers, you want to have a board for each one, you can
Yeah.
start doing that. So this really opens up some interesting use cases for people who have more complex workflows.
Yeah, I'm super excited about both. I mean, the managing inventory has always been a big one. A lot of people will end up managing their inventory in the acquisition board, but it didn't really make sense with the flow sometimes, especially
Mhm.
there's a lot of scenarios where just that didn't make sense. So this will alleviate that, having another board where you can manage your internal marketing or your internal processes outside of acquisition. And I'm really excited about the acquisition manager kind of use case as well when we sort of get that out there. So that'll be really
Mhm.
exciting as Kevin mentioned here. Great. I want to talk a little bit about our shift in plans and packaging. So clearly there's some pretty big features rolling out, including our phone system. This does change things, right? Um, so this has given us a chance to go through, see how we sort of repackage certain things. We're actually going to be doing a lot of reshuffling around. I think this is going to be really exciting for some of you guys. And I can't really talk too much to that. Just kind of know that we're looking very closely at the starter, the solo, and the team plan. Really sort of seeing how we can strike the perfect balance for you guys across those plans. So we spent a lot of time on that, going back and forth, and I think we're coming to a really good position here, and we're going to be probably launching that. I don't know exactly when, but hopefully in the next month or so, we'll be working on that. So do look out for that. Lastly, I am running a challenge called the Dirthacker Challenge. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about that, but if you are someone who has gotten a few deals done, if you are someone who is looking to get structured, you need somebody to help you get structured in terms of a system, building out processes or understanding and having a much more reinforced lead tracking machine. That's what I'm calling it. I am going to work with you on hacking out what didn't make sense in your old system, and we're going to rebuild something inside of our platform together. So if you've done a few deals before, you have a little bit of experience, now you want to start getting consistent, shoot me a message, leave your name on the comment, leave your email, because I am starting this and I'm not announcing this anywhere else. I've done a few private invites, but those of you guys who are going to watch this, it's just going to start on the 15th. Make sure you shoot me a message, and I think this will be very much worth your time. There is almost no barrier to coming into this. I'll leave it at that. So make sure you do reach out. Just mention you're interested in the Dirthacker Challenge. I'll send you a survey to see if you're a good fit for it, and I'd love to have you part of that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that sort of sums up our call here. We're trying to keep these a little bit more condensed so it doesn't run on so long. You can always leave your questions on here. We'll always get back to you. If you're in our Slack community, we'll see you guys there. It doesn't seem to be any questions, so hopefully Kevin and I have done a decent job explaining what we're up to and what's coming up ahead. But wanted to say thank you to all of those you guys who left a message here, joined us live, and we will see you guys next month. Other than that, talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks,